When I get in, if there's one thing I love, it's tasting poo. I love the feel of the shit leaving my nest. Anyway, once my friend Haribo robbed a bank with a bag of plums. We never saw how he did it, but I think he just told everyone that they weren't bombs. Michael Rosen, will now read. Here goes. Give me all of the money and no one gets hurt. I've got bombs and I'm not afraid to use them. Okay, don't worry about it. Actually, that part may not have happened that way because Haribo was really afraid of bombs. Anyway, after he was done robbing the bank, he came to my home. Look, I screwed up. Oh no, not one of those, not another one of those little get rich quick schemes. Surely not. Actually, this is something new. I don't want you to get mad, so I'm going to do something funny before I tell you. Here goes. Something new includes you. Get out of here! I don't think it's funny. Right, as you know, I'm poor, so I robbed a bank. Why? I just told you. Yes. Of course you did it because you're poor. But why not just start a lemonade stand or something? Why not say lemonade, not lemonade? Sorry, but, big but, they go far after me. I don't care, just get out of my home. It was then that the police officer burst in. He had a moustache and he said, hands up, you two. You have the right to remain quiet, please. Any plum you eat can and will be used against you. I don't know, the others. So then we went to the police car, breathing very quiet. There we were, sitting in the back. And Haribo said, I can get us out of this mess. So I said, shh. And Haribo said, I don't think he heard me. So I said, I can't stand your face. It looked like a raisin pizza. It was then I noticed the woman outside. She looked like Eileen. Would you believe it? It really is Eileen. So first you have got me involved, but now that's not enough. Now Eileen Plum fucking Ogle is here. I've got to ask why. And Haribo said in a weedy little voice, I locked the door. That really winds me up. I said, why don't you go to the land? You could spend all day there ducking the duck. And Haribo said, duck. So I said, yeah, that's right, Haribo, you are a duck. And Haribo said, I mean duck, not duck. Then I looked out the window. So I said to the officer, I'm dying for a way. Well, actually, I yelled like a little girl, and I just had time to duck my head down. Kaboom! There weren't going to be any more windows. There was an awful thing. There was the noise of tires skidding, and we just missed a car as we flew off the road. And for at least 3 seconds, we weren't in the air. I said Haribo was this part of the plan, and suddenly the car just fell into the ditch and rolled down the bumpy hill. We weren't on the inside, rattling around like that. It went on for ages, and all the time we were bumping into rocks. And then we hit a tree, and everything went black. Hello! It was Eileen. She was sitting on me. Nice. And there's Haribo. He's doing something to the man. I wonder who the man is. I think I know him. Never mind. I don't suppose I do. Suddenly, Eileen slapped at me really hard, and I remembered everything. Eileen said, right, let's go. And Haribo said, I'm not done tying him up. So I said, fuck Haribo, I'm out of here. Don't be daft, says Eileen. We have to stick together. Okay, I said, okay. I'm Eileen's bitch. And then we ran out of the bar faster than an electronic rabbit. Fugle. Meanwhile, the officer escaped and was calling for back up because Haribo can't tie not for sheds. Yeah. Later that day, we weren't on the land. Who do you think was the first person we happened to meet? Find out next time on Rosen on The Run. So now, bye. would.